again, hello and welcome to Spin TV Live. We are here at Capitol Building. It's actually a conference room where
good morning and welcome to, good afternoon rather, welcome to Focus on Liberia. My name is Prince, Montserrado District number 9 Representative Frank. Sir Foko will be addressing a legislative reporter shortly on national issues. Keep following Focus on Liberia. My name is Prince. So keep following.
Which you have many lawmakers describing it as wicked. So that was rejected yesterday. And some other pertinent national issues will be addressed by the lawmaker of District 9, Honorable Frank Foko. So at the moment, we will turn over to the communication main office of the Honorable Frank Foko, who will introduce this press conference.
Members of the press, my name is David U. Gilmore, political officer in the office of Representative Frank Foko Jr., Representative Montserrado County, District number 9. We want to welcome you to this live press conference. Now, of course, it is an issue of prerogative that a lawmaker from any one of the houses should address issues of pertinent concern in our country. It's on that light, Frank Foko Jr. want to be addressing you on issues of national concern, and after his address, we'll be allowed to ask 4 questions and questions directly to what he has addressed. Thank you so much, Frank Foko.
Thank you very much. September 9, 2022. Honorable Dr. Buffosh Chambers, House of Representatives, Capitol Hill, Monrovia, Liberia. Dear Honorable Chambers, I present my happiest compliments and wish to congratulate our colleagues from the House of Representatives for unequivocally rejecting what I would prefer to as the evil pension bill preferred by the Liberian Senate. Mr. Speaker, it is certain that amidst the hack in school fees by private institutions and the economic woes left behind as a result of COVID-19 and the ongoing Ukraine-Russia conflict that we as a government is trying to sort out will be a portioning pension for ourselves in the legislature that only benefit us and our families. I can fathom how the Senate, where some profess themselves as light, will sign onto a document that gives them a pension that goes as far as their unborn children. I am neither surprised about the hypocrisy on this so-called light, nor baffled about a man who held accountable Darlington Kinley for airport MD based on his credential, but how his friend Israel Akisaya confirmed at the LTA with may or no high school graduate has been circulated. Though we can't question the word of the people, but those who brought these fake lights on us now see what we have done to the Liberian people. Later, over 2 years, this so-called light has received 30,000 for quote-unquote constituency visit, lied about his ticket on flying business class, and got over 40,000 for cars after condemning others prior to being senator. Later, over 2 years, this so-called light has received over 30,000. How in the world do we continue to use our people for selfish benefit and say we are playing politics? This evil bill from the belly of the devil, and we, the people of District number 9, we openly reject this bill. Furthermore, Liberians need to clearly understand that this is not a government or CDC bill, but something that comes from the hands of the majority in the opposition, who every day question the government on frivolous issue. But in actuality, they are the ones designating plans to continue milking from the system. Permanent amongst those oppositions, lawmakers that prefer the bill are Honorable Vani Sherman, Senator from Cape Mount County, Senator Abraham Darros Dillon, Senator Nyomli Kanga, Senator Steve Zako, and etc. Are these not the same people who believe the country isn't going anywhere except they come to power? Are these not the people who say the country has failed under President George Manuel Weah? Are these not the same hypocrites who say Liberia and Liberians deserve better? Are these not the same people who claim that the economy is in the toilet? How come they want to pension for their lifetime, which will eventually increase the wage bill of the country? Mr. Speaker, we call on all our lawmakers, including the leadership of the House of Representatives, to stage a major press conference to clearly communicate our rejection of this bill and bring sanctity to this august body. Our people look up to us to better their lives, not ourselves. Even if the majority succeeds, we are very optimistic that the President, His Excellency Dr. George Manuel Weah, will know, and his love for all Liberians will veto that wicked bill from the house of the belly of the devil. We are on an irreversible path with this country, and the people can be assured we won't join these hypocrites calling themselves politicians, whose true intent is to continue to milk the state to the detriment of the poor people. This time is now, and we, the people of Electoral District Number 9, will say no to this wicked pension bill. Thank you. Sincerely yours, Honorable Frank Foko Jr.
So, member of the press, we want to ask 4 questions relative to what the Honorable has just spoken about. So we'll take 4 questions. Yeah, front page.
Foko, you've been in the legislature for a while now, and I assume you know how the legislature works, and especially in terms of passing legislations. So, in your press conference, you chose to single a few individuals who are members of the Judiciary Committee for work that the plenary of the Senate for a decision they took. So people may think you try to cherry pick and be personal about the bill, you be more political about the bill than being, sensitive to the plight of the ordinary people.
Okay, basically, I think if you heard my press conference or you heard my reading, I did not refer just to few people. I said the Senate, and I called few names, and I said and others. So meaning there are many other persons that got involved, all of those who signed that bill. So I did not particularly speak to just one person. I addressed this communication to the Senate holistically.
So when you refer to quote unquote the fake light, you're being specific.
Yeah, basically Senator Dillon, the senator of Montserrado County, who is my big brother. I think he's been one person who has been speaking on the issue of integrity, and he was brought to leadership on the basis of integrity. So in most cases, you always hear people making reference to it, and he usually says that. He said that the people look up to him on the basis of integrity. So when these things happen, trust me, definitely, there is no issue.
Do you also look up to him?
What I look up to him as to doing what?
On the basis of integrity.
No, the people that elected Senator Dillon, I did not elect Dillon.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, thank you. My name is Haji Masada. I come from Spoon. From what I see is like an open letter to the speaker commending him for allowing the flow, that's the chambers to, participate in the decision to reject this bill. Are you going to publish it in terms of newspaper, or what are you going to do?
Yeah, just going to be published. I have Spoon here. I have Front Page Africa. I have all the big news in the country right here. So this is going to be on Front Page Africa, that I'm very sure about. This is going to be published everywhere. I'm giving this letter to the Speaker's office. Now we have our presiding now. The Speaker is now in the country. So this is obviously going to be on the floor, and we're going to openly have a press conference. The leadership needs to do that. Yeah.
You said you 1 minute. You said you spoke for the people of district now. How did you derive at rejecting this bill? Did you hold consultation with?
I don't necessarily need to hold consultation. I represent the people of district number 9 holistically, but there are some things that don't require going back to them. Imagine looking at this bill of people being paid after they leave office. Imagine people want us to pay them for their old age. Imagine how long they have worked. Some of them have worked for 9 years. Some of them have been in the Senate for 18 years. Are they telling us that we should pay them and their children and their wives after they shall have left office? We are saying no. So this does not necessarily have to go back to the district to seek consultation. This is something that we have to make decision on the spot, and we made that decision already.
Okay. I'm Lira Ozeva. Beside your letter concerning the Senate pension and benefit bill, I'd like to go upstairs and ask you about the hack-in situation in private and public school, and secondly about the census. The census date have been set from October 24th to November 7th. Can you kindly speak?
We want to
So basically, I will speak on the issue of the hacking tuition. This is unfair because most of those schools, we are hoping to receive the education minister on next week Tuesday, for which we're going to be discussing on the issue of the tuition, right? To be very honest, our private schools in the country are not being sincere to our Liberian people, and I think this is time that the Liberian government, through the education ministry, needs to take seize of this matter. We need to, in fact, there are students now, there are some schools, based on my intelligence I gather, there are some schools that have already opened, and students are not in school, most especially for those students who are going to write their WAS. Some students are not in school because their parents cannot afford, the amount those schools have charged. So basically, you're going to find serious problems. This is why sometimes we have poor performance or performances, with our national exam. So what we are saying to the Ministry of Education, the minister is going to be here. This is no bluff. This is nothing to play with. It's about the Liberian people. It's not about which political party. It's not about where you come from. This is very, very serious. So on Tuesday of next week, we're going to mandate the education minister to take seize of this matter. If it will cause him to make sure that all schools hold on until they make that decision. Because look, there are some schools that just increase tuition. And what looks funny is the man will increase the tuition as the proprietor of the school, but this man will not increase the salary of the teacher. The man will increase tuition, but he will not improve the facility of the school. There will be no additional thing added to the school. Some of those schools, no library, no science lab. The students have to go to some private lab just to do research and prepare themselves for national exam. You find students all in the different community trying to find means to do their assignment. You find students now going around to buy data just to do their assignment. There is no facility, no internet facility on campus, no computer lab, no science lab, but they just go about to increase. So they prefer suffering the poor people in the country, just for their own enrichment. So we are saying the government of Liberia, through the education ministry, needs to take seize to this matter.
So we'll take Prime FM and follow up.
Follow up with that. Prime close us.
So just you to him.
Yeah, then you just close us. So I'll come back to the pension bill. You say we should stick to the pension bill. Are you aware that there exists a pension bill and former lawmakers are taking pay monthly because the existence of that bill? And two, you talk about quote unquote he denied Darlington Conley on the basis of credential and allow Akisanya to pass, who also doesn't have, in your words, credential. But that, are you questioning the decision of the president who appointed or nominated Mr. Akisanya to the position?
So as I said to you, based on the issue of speculation, right? Like when Darlington was appointed by the president, it was speculated all on social media that this man did not have the requirement for that position. So when he went to the Senate, we saw Dillon was very proactive. He was very active in asking all of the necessary questions. Even when the Chief Justice went to the Senate, we saw him being very proactive. But while this time, his friend, it is alleged that Israel Akisaya has been his long-term friend. Dillon did not ask Israel Akisaya one question. We thought in our mind, this is unfair, because it was on the basis of speculation that he asked other people that have gone there on the issue of credential. So while they said today, now you have somebody who has been seen as his friend. Okay? So we think in our mind, this is unfair. If you say it is not right on the other side, we are not saying Israel does not have a credential. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying the same way it was speculated on social media, and because of that, those questions was asked. We are also asking whoever that come to the legislature that will be appointed by the president, whether you're a friend or not, let the right to be done.
The existence of the pension bill.
So the pension bill, I think pension is something that you should earn. In terms of the pension bill, what we are saying here is we have NASCAR, we have the NASCAR app. We have procedure that leads to you taking pension after you leave work. So we just need to go through the procedure.
So will you move to repeal the current bill that allows former lawmakers to take pay? Because there is a bill that allows former lawmakers.
What I'm saying is not about lawmaker taking pay when you leave office. It's about what you put in, it's what you will get out. So if the lawmakers can make a decision through NASCAR and start to deposit their money there, trust me, when you get old, you're going to enjoy what you put in. But you refuse to put something in, you want to get something out. This is completely ugly. It's wicked. This is completely wicked.
So we want to repeal of that bill.
Yeah, basically we need to look out of the tunes. We need to look at the tunes. But you did not put something inside. But you want us to pay your unborn children. This is ugly. And some of those people who are, I don't know how those senators even did that. I don't know what they were thinking on. I don't know what their judgments were. But I think basically those people are completely wicked, and we need to look at, and I don't know. We don't want to see this as something that even came to us. This is bad. And we say sorry to the Liberian people that elected those people that make that decision. This is ugly. And we need to change from that attitude. We cannot be here, working for the people, then we start to make law against the people of Liberia. We are discussing on the issue of bar rules in this country, for which President we are trying his possible best administration. We are discussing on the issue of doing better for our schools. Here is the University of Liberia. We need more public, high schools in this country. Go in District Number 9, we do not have a public high school. We do not have public library in Liberia. We do not. There are many other things. Are we saying this time we want to be blaming who become president or not? No. What can we do here as policy maker or as legislators? Are we now also working for the people? Do we want to sit all day and just blame one president for the challenges that Liberia is faced with? I'm saying no. I'm saying no to that. So those guys secretly now under the carpet were trying to pass a bill that does not represent the people. So imagine we're going to be increasing the wage bill of Liberia. So imagine this time we have 103 lawmakers. Another time, another 103 lawmakers. Imagine the next 4 or 5 years to come. So we're going to be the country going to be raising revenue just to pay those people that left from office. So what we are saying no, and we think the House of Representatives to take ownership of this and move forward.
All right, so my name is Prince Moba, and I report for Prime FN and Focus on Liberia, based in the U.S. So, Honorable, my question is, what are specifics you can point out to that informed your decision on yesterday in this press conference that are in that bill that you described, that you saw in the script? As bad and wicked as the first one. Senator Dillon also said that he did not sign that bill, but rather he signed a document, an analysis of the old law that talks about gainful employment. So since Kamo was asking, there's a bill already for pension. So it is not an amendment to that law. So what are the specific that you see that makes it bad? Maybe this is
it is actually bad. The fact that senators will say that we should pay them 50% of what they are earning now, right? The fact that they say we should pay them 50% and even pay their wives. Do I have to tell you that it's from under the water or it's from the belly of the devil? It is wicked. So we all as Liberians, despite where we come from, despite our political differences, we need to condemn this. And one thing I appreciate, most of our brothers on social media, you know, whether somebody supported who they supported, but I'm saying everybody condemning this. Whether you're from the Unity Party, you're from the Liberty Party, you're from ANC, whatever that goes on wrong, we need to condemn it as a people. Because if we allow this to happen, it will have a negative trickle-down effect on the lives of the people in Liberia, and we all going to be affected by this.
So, ladies and gentlemen of the press, we want to call this an end. Thank you so much, and have a blessed day.
So thanks for following. Once again, my name is Prince Moba, and this is Focus on Liberia Television. We've been here with Montserrado District number 9 Representative Frank Foko. He's been addressing the press on national issues. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.